This is the world's largest train station, built in just 38 months, on top of a mountain. 2 million cubic meters of concrete, 366,000 tons of steel, 40,000 workers. Most countries take longer than 38 months to approve a planning application. China built this. It stands 41 meters tall, shaped like the Huangjiu tree, the city symbol of Chongqing. Its columns are covered in 1,200 hand-fitted stainless steel scales. Before a single column was placed, workers cut an entire mountain flat. This station was never built on flat land. It was built on a slope 20 kilometers from Chongqing city center. Welcome to Chongqing East. April 2022. This is what the site looked like, a raw mountain slope. Step 1. Cut the mountain flat. Every meter of slope was mapped in 3D before a single cut was made. The rock beneath Chongqing is hard. Machines ran around the clock. Some sections needed blasting, controlled explosions deep into the mountain. This was one of the largest single-site excavations in Chinese construction history. Millions of cubic meters of rock removed, all to create a flat platform. Once cut, retaining walls were built along the full perimeter. The mountain wants its space back. Massive drainage systems were installed. Without them, the foundation would sit on saturated ground. Now the real construction could begin. First, the foundation. Hundreds of piles drilled through the surface, all the way down to bedrock. Every pile reinforced with a steel rebar cage before concrete was poured. Concrete poured from the bottom up. Pour from the top and the aggregate sinks, making a weak pile. Every single pile was load tested. A failure here is cheap to fix. Under a completed building? Not so much. 20 meters into bedrock. You can only see 30 centimeters above ground. The rest is invisible, carrying everything. Pile caps were added to distribute each column's load across multiple piles. Ground beams tied every pile cap together into one interconnected grid. Now, 8 floors of concrete. Formwork, rebar, concrete. Repeated again and again. 40,000 workers tying rebar by hand in 40-degree Chongqing heat, in full protective gear. Concrete generates heat as it cures. In this summer heat, it can crack from within. Cooling pipes were embedded in every pore to prevent that. One continuous pore per section. Any stop creates a cold joint, a structural weakness. Trucks arriving without pause day and night. 5 floors complete. Then 3 more on top. The 6th floor, the main concourse, the largest single open space. Built 30 meters above the mountain slope. 8th floor complete. Open to the sky. The structure is there. The roof hasn't started yet. Now the steel columns. 366,000 tons of steel arriving by road. Sorted by crane. Ready to go up. Each column rises 41 meters from the 8th floor level into the open air above. Sections of 6 to 8 meters lifted one at a time. Bolted. Plumb-checked. Then the next section. Every bolt matters. One column section carries 16,500 tons of roof load. 40,000 workers don't do one column at a time. The entire forest of columns grew together. Cranes at every position, all lifting simultaneously. Then the branching arms, where each column splits, like the limbs of the Huangjiu tree. 1,200 stainless steel scales per column, each fitted by hand, each at a different angle. Workers on the same column at 5 meters, 20 meters and 35 meters, all at once. All columns standing. Branching tops ready. But the roof hasn't started yet. You can't build 16,500 tons of roof section by section at 57 meters in the air. So engineers invented a new method. Build the roof on the ground, then move it to the sky. The roof was assembled at column head height on the ground. Every bolt torqued to spec and marked complete. One under-torqued bolt in a 16,500-ton roof is unacceptable. Then, multiple cranes lifted the assembled roof sections to 57 meters simultaneously. Workers guided each lift by hand signal. Millimeter tolerance on the rail landing. This maneuver was rehearsed for weeks before the first real lift. Hydraulic jacks raised it. Then it was slid horizontally into final position on rails. When the weld cooled, that section of roof belonged to the building. permanently, section by section. Lifted, slid, welded. 120,000 square meters. The largest single-span roof structure in China. Now the building is covered. What happens next happens inside. 1,200 tons of aluminum framing installed before a